Oi. Oi, bruv. We're having a little chin wag, innit? Jimmy, I was dying when you were commenting. You what? The chat is gone now from the chat, but Jimmy commented that earlier. I was laughing. I was like, "Oh shit, are we live?" I mean, we were live, but
I still don't know what a chin wag is.
we're having a little chin wag because your chin wags up and down, north and south, innit? When you're talking,
Oh,
you go up the apples and pears.
fair enough. Asked and answered.
Yeah.
Asked and answered.
I'm going to do the entire episode in Cockney rhyming slang tonight, if that's cool with all of y'all.
And I will be the boring person going, "What?
You what?
No, no." This is super random. Just literally responding with "what" reminded me. There's a dude on Instagram. I'll see if I can find the account again and send it to you, who does like a really good Stone Cold Steve Austin impression.
Oh, yeah.
And it's him pretending to be Steve Austin, and like the caption is "babysitting Stone Cold Steve Austin."
Yeah, wait, I've
And
seen
it's
that.
just him, it's just him running around a playground. They're like,
Ball
"Stone Cold, you have to go to
over
the bathroom." What?
Yeah. Daddy,
Daddy,
ball.
ball, look a ball.
Yeah, he's like, Stone Cold, are you in the bathroom?
What?
You just hear him like muffled and far away. What?
There's like multiple versions of like Stone Cold babysitting Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's really funny.
It's so good. I don't know if it's the same guy, but I've seen a guy who goes into drive-through lines with an ET mask, and he does like Stone Cold ET. And I don't know why, but he's like, "Oh, Stone Cold ET wants a McDouble, and that's the bottom line." Stone Cold ET. But there's nothing in what he's saying about E.T. Like, it's not like he's like, "Stone Cold E.T. wants the phone home." He's just being Stone Cold wearing an E.T. mask, which somehow makes it funnier.
That's so fucking weird.
Anyway, on that note,
let me sit up a bit. There we go.
welcome to Posture Time with Talk Tuesdays on The Experience Point. It is still me, and it is still loading pod. I think I said that last time when we started. Wow. Really starting to...
I don't remember that at all, but I believe you.
Really starting to run through the old content, churning it out.
I'm just gonna call it out right off the top. I apologize to the viewers. I'm a little not under the weather, but under the energy, if that's a term. Like, just not necessarily a bad headspace. Though I did find out a data center could potentially be being built near me, and I'm not happy about it.
Yeah. And you
really
found an AI article talking about how there's an AI data
center. It wasn't an AI article. It was an AI face. It was some Facebook page.
Oh.
And I am 99% certain it's fake because there's no news article talking about it. Like, I feel unless this data center was approved by the borough or whatever, the local government, under the radar from everyone, which is possible, but like it's being built right next to like a residential area and like a grocery store, and I'm like, I can't imagine that like a local business is happy about, especially it's a bigger local business. I feel like they'd have a lot of sway.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have a feeling it's fake. I'm fairly certain it's fake because it just doesn't. I can't wrap my head around. Also, for the data center, they made a fucking crest for it. Like, it has like something you would see from like a government agency, but it's a fucking crest.
Yeah.
It's really, but it's for a data center. Excuse me. It's really weird.
That's wild. Jimmy did confirm
so
it.
I don't know.
His uncle from Nintendo said that it's true and it is happening.
Great.
And I tend to believe anyone who tells me that their uncle who works for Nintendo says
my aunt works for Nintendo. What about that?
Yeah.
Sexist pig.
I was going to say, that's how misogynist. Why did nobody have aunts who worked for Nintendo?
I had multiple aunts that worked for Nintendo. No.
Well, you kind of said as much. You're not feeling super great, but how was your last week?
It was a week. There wasn't really much. Mother's Day was really nice. We went out together as a family. That we found there was a local park that had a carousel, which was kind of cool. That we didn't know had a carousel or forgot had a carousel. Rode that. Mothers rode free. That was really cool.
Oh, cool.
I've already said before, I'm in the Philly-ish area,
Hmm.
and we did the Eagles Autism Challenge on the weekend over on Saturday.
Huh.
And it's like a charity event that raises money for like autism research and stuff like that.
Oh, I thought it was.
Um,
My brain went in a lot of places, and what it actually was, I guarantee you, was not it.
yeah, no, it's the name makes it sound like it's a challenge for people on the spectrum or
Right,
something like that.
or to challenge yourself to see if you are on the spectrum. Which I was like,
I think it's mildly problematic to have like a major event like that.
yeah.
Are you on the autism spectrum? Come down to the Lincoln Financial Field.
And find out. All they have to do is just show a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'll be like, well, I probably am. Like, I always tell people, I'm like, I don't know what flavor of neurodivergent I am. I know it's not vanilla, but I like Sonic way too much for someone who's not something up there. Like, I don't know. I don't think I liked it for the franchise or the character for the same reasons that a lot of people on the spectrum do, but there is a crossover there. I don't know. It's got to be something. There are things like I love color coded characters. That's probably why I love Power Rangers and Super Sentai. Like, it's just so satisfying to me in a way that I can't quantify, which tells me like it's probably something up there. Something, some kind of, I don't want to say a screw that's loose, but a screw that's made of a different metal than the other screws. And like Metal Sonic.
I'm so lost.
That's okay. I'm on the spectrum. Probably. I don't know. I shouldn't say that until I'm properly diagnosed. I could just be a huge nerd. Well, do you have it or not? Pretty... did you fail the challenge or? It's not even touching.
No, so we went. It was a nice time. There wasn't really much else to it. Did that and had Mother's Day, and I beat Professor Layton. That's honestly all my experience. Oh, and I watched Labyrinth for the first time.
Nice. Okay. What? It was Professor Layton for the first time too?
No, I had beaten that up prior, but I was replaying it. I thought I was going to do it for the show, but I couldn't find a guest for it, so I just kind of ended up beating it for myself.
Was this Curious Village?
Yes.
Oh, okay. If you need a guest, I'll happily come on. I love that game.
I'll let you know. I'm not quite sure what I'm feeling with it now, but I don't have too many episode slots available for the rest of the year, which is wild to think.
That's nuts. Yeah. After we talked about it last week, the next day I went into work and I was listening to that soundtrack, and man, I forgot how good it was.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
And we're flagged and removed. Holy crap! Speaking of flagged and removed,
that's all.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. Literally, I have nothing else to add unless you want me to go into my thoughts on Labyrinth, which I can save for a little while. But yeah. But sorry, flagged and removed. What were you gonna say?
Oh, just a quick aside. For obviously last Monday was May the 4th, so I played a little bit of Star Wars: The Old Republic. Just jumped in and saw where I was, and in my one character's story, and like the video's fine, but when it was like hit with like 17 different copyright things on YouTube.
Jesus Christ.
Because it uses so much music from the movies that I had no idea. Like there's like, I didn't do anything that has anything to do with racing or anything of the sort, and yet one of the songs that was used was like Anakin beats Sebulba, like one of the pod race songs. And it's just chock full of those. Oh, Jimmy says Flyers lost.
Yeah, Flyers. Hey, man, I actually was very happy with their performance. They got swept. They got destroyed by the Hurricanes. But, like, Hurricanes were a significantly better team. Flyers shouldn't have even been there that day.
Wow.
They really shouldn't. They had a 3.8. They had a less than 4% chance of making the playoffs at the beginning of March. And that means there's only a month and, like, 10 days left to the season, and they still somehow snuck into the playoffs. And Gilmer says the Canes are destroying everybody. Yeah, they are.
What's up, Gilmer?
Canes are really, really good this season. But like super young team. Also, two of the Flyers. I'm not saying it would have changed the outcome of the series, but I don't think the Flyers would have get swept if they had two of their better players in.
Hmm.
Um, Owen Tippett, who's one of their better offensive players, and they can't score already. So if you are missing one of your better scoring players and he's not in the series, like that's a big thing. And then Noah Cates, who's one of their better defensive players, was injured as well. And like, man, they got like the whole team was like so banged up and injured.
Dang.
What is it? The one defenseman, Cam York, said he had cracked ribs that he was playing with.
Ugh.
Owen Tippett, he was out for the last. Like for a player to be missing the playoffs, generally they have to be seriously injured, not
Hmm.
just like. They shouldn't be playing even if they're mildly injured, but that's not how hockey players work.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. You just have to be
he
baseline
would
injured a little bit to even play hockey.
he was so Owen Tippett he was in the first series with the Penguins and he wasn't playing 100%. He was playing with a sports hernia,
Hmm.
which a sports hernia is not like a regular hernia where regular hernia sounds awful in and of itself,
Yeah.
right? Where like what is it? It's like an organ that slips out from like the muscle
uh,
placements or some shit, right? Isn't that what a hernia is or something like that?
I think there's multiple kinds, but yeah, that sounds certainly on brand.
A sports hernia is basically you tore your groin the muscles
Okay. Yeah.
like in like and it's not actually at your groin, it's like right above your groin at your pelvis, but like
Hmm.
it's excruciatingly painful. It's like those muscles tore and it can lead to an actual like standard hernia where like something gets like locked, but like it is extremely painful. And he was playing through that and then he didn't play the last few after the end of the Penguin series. He stopped playing because he had internal bleeding
Oh my
that
god.
he does not know where he got it from or like what hit caused it, but he had internal bleeding and he wasn't feeling good. So he's fine now, but he couldn't play for the entirety of the Hurricane series because he had internal bleeding. So there was that. I didn't see what Noah Cates has. Actually, I'm curious.
Holy crap.
I mean, but already like that alone, right? With one dude playing with a broken rib, another dude playing with a sports hernia, only finding out that like that you have internal bleeding and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
that, just crazy. Uh, I'm trying to see if there's any other like uh, another player which wasn't a big one. His name was Rodrigo Abols. He was playing with a broken fibula. He
Wait,
broke his fibula in addition to other issues resulting from the injury. He had surgery to fix it.
that's the arm one, I think,
Um,
right?
I don't actually know.
Tibia and fibula. Tibia is, I think, your leg. Fibula. Tibia is the small bone in the lower leg. I think fibula is the small bone in your lower arm. Still, that sucks. I've had like I don't know if I pulled or had a light tear, but I had some kind of groin injury one time. Uh, I there's so many ways that I could turn this into a joke, but I won't, because I think it would receive a standing admonition. Um, but it was doing Ninja Warrior stuff, and yeah, one time I was like, I pulled something in the groin, and it took forever to heal. Like it's one of those
Yeah.
places where like you're always moving your legs. You know, it's like a back injury. You're always moving your back. It took forever.
Sorry, I was just like reading one out. I was trying to see if there was any other tidbits. Another player had injured his foot. I don't know about specifics for it. Their goaltender was injured for the entirety of the Hurricane series, and he still played insanely well, which is crazy. So that apparently three-quarters of the team had something going on injury wise.
Mm.
And that's
Jesus.
now, listen, I'm not saying that hockey players should do that, but like that's sadly the norm.
Yeah.
Most hockey players in the playoffs are playing with an injury.
Yeah.
Most of them. And doesn't matter the team. Freaking, there was one Matthew Kachuk from the Florida Panthers. He was playing. He had broken his tailbone and he was still
Oh
playing.
my god.
Yeah, dude's a fucking monster. So No, the reason I was happy with how the Flyers played is that they are a young team. Most of their players, I think over half their players are under the age of 25. Super young team, super inexperienced. It was the first taste of playoffs for all of them. The Hurricanes have made it to the second or third round they've made it to the third round of the playoffs 3 out of the last 4 years alone. That's a lot of playoff hockey.
Yeah.
So they're extremely experienced, and that's just the last 3 or 4 years. They've been competitive longer than that. They've been in the playoffs. That's just making it to the third round. They've made it to the second round all of those 4 years, and I think they've made it even further like that. Yeah, it was crazy. Keaton pops in. His convention went great.
That's awesome. He wants to change the subject so bad. Um, actually,
Is that what it is?
no. I was. It just sounds like guys, stop talking about sports. I have to talk about my furry convention. I have a question for you, Keaton. Actually, and it was something I was going to bring up anyway. So I'm glad that you're here. If you could hold for 2 seconds. Obviously, if real life stuff and you have to leave, don't worry about it. But yeah, I'll let you close the loop on hockey. But
Yeah, no, it's all good, man.
okay. We're talking about injuries and like when you were, well, first of all, yeah, hockey players are just another breed because I had a friend slash coworker who was this fucking guy. I don't know if he's still alive, and with his lifestyle, he probably isn't. He had oh my god, what is it? What is it where your blood doesn't coagulate? Hemophobia, hemophiliac. He was a hemophiliac.
Hemophiliac, yeah.
Hemophobia is when you're afraid of blood. He was a hemophiliac, so if you don't know, that means your blood doesn't clot and you can like bleed out like oh, it's midichlorian. Thanks, Jimmy. Speaking of Star Wars, like if you get like a small cut, you can bleed out from it because your blood doesn't clot. This motherfucker, this suicidal, insane psychopath, played hockey and did martial arts. I was like, what? Are you trying to die? Like, please let me know because we'll get you some help. But like, those are the two things you should least be doing if you have that disease.
Well, sorry, hold on. You were going to ask Keaton a question.
Oh no, I was just closing the hockey loop first.
Okay. I wasn't done, but okay.
Oh, all right, that's why I said you can close the loop on hockey, and you said no, I'm good.
I meant you can ask Keaton your question, and then I would close the loop on hockey.
Oh, I wanted to close the loop before we started another loop because it's going to be a whole nother topic entirely.
Okay, then I don't even know. I lost my place now. I'm happy how the Flyers did.
Yeah. So they're out.
They did. They're out, but like super young team. Really happy with how they performed, considering all the injuries and the learning experience against a team that is significantly better. So as much as I'm bummed they're out, they put everything out there, and that's all I can ask for. And there we go.
Nice.
We're closed.
The only last thing was when you talked about injuries. I remember when I worked at GameStop. Interestingly enough, where I worked with the hemophiliac guy, I was overhearing somebody who was talking about having like a sports injury, and he explained it was a basketball injury, and he was on the phone. And he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm out. I was supposed to, go play a game or something. Oh no, sorry, Josh, didn't mean to derail you. Just wanted to be in the 7th inning stretch."
No, you're fine, dude. You're good.
I mean, this is the first inning stretch.
If I see him off Keaton, you weren't here at the beginning of the stream. I'm not in like a great headspace tonight, so it's nothing to do with you. So I'll be fine. Don't worry. I'm all good.
Oh, very considerate of you though, Keaton or Llama. I don't know. Do you want us to call you Llama when you're not on your Keaton one? Maybe I've asked that before. I don't know. Josh lives off the rails. But yeah, so this guy was talking on the phone and he was like, "Yeah, oh no, I'm not going to the game tonight. I got hurt." It was just like casual, normal conversation. And then he said the phrase, which will haunt me until the rest of my days. He said, "Yeah, man, I went up for a shot and I just came down wrong and my my tendon slipped off." And the way that I just like crumpled into a heap and just hit the dirt and was just like, I can't move. I can't move. I cannot move. I hate this. I hate having organs. I hate having, because I'm now aware of all of my own tendons. And I wish that had never been said by anyone. Please don't have said that. Uh, damn slippy tendons. Oh, either works. It's a Zelda chic thing. Okay, okay.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
Didn't like that.
I hate that so
Nope.
much. That's one of my least favorite phrases that have ever been spake. my
Spake.
my
What are
da-
you, Irish?
Yeah, it's the past tense of spoke. It's the past tense of speak.
The past tense of something that's already past tense.
Yeah, you know how we would do? We would make everything plural, like shenanigan.
Yeah.
It's like singuli, which is multiple single things, aka multiple things. And now you've burdened us with this. If I have to deal with this every day, every waking moment of my life, living in fear of hearing that phrase or thinking about it, then you all do too. Thank you for sharing in this with me. Oh my God, Slippy Tendons is a good band name. And Jimmy, you've just given me my segue. If I can move on to a new loop. Speaking of Slippy, how do y'all feel about Fantastic Mr. Star Fox?
I mean, it's just a remake of the N64 game. Nothing to write home about.
Yeah, I've been writing home.
I'm happy. I'm happy it's back though, because that to me, that is like, sorry, it's hard for me to get worked up on things right now. Like I said, so I'm trying my best here, y'all.
It's okay.
I'm happy it's back though, because hopefully if it sells well, then it gives Nintendo an idea of like, oh, this is a viable game mechanic, like a game to bring, like a series to bring back. So
Yeah.
What is your question for Keaton?
Well, I'll get there. So I said the Fantastic Mr.
Jesus Christ.
Star Fox for a reason. Take it easy. We're having a conversation. Is this your question for Keaton? Or are you just going to forget forever? No. This is where I wanted to hear from everyone how we all, especially Keaton, feels about the designs specifically. You need a soundbite of that old Sega opening, but with Segway. I would love to have. I need a stream deck that I can just push a button and have sound effects.
And have like an animated dude on a Segway go across the screen for your screen wipes.
Yes, I need to have like
Segway. And it goes across and it changes scenes.
I need to have Byte doing it. I need to have him doing something, but I need to hire an animator to do it. I don't want to have just his static image. Anyway, so specifically the designs, I wanted to hear from Keaton / Llama about how you feel about the designs, because as a member of the furry community, I was like, I want to see how the furries feel, because my biggest issue is that they feel too animalistic. Like they feel like just, he looks like a fox that just like was given sentience and just stood up and was like, I'm gonna fly a spaceship now. There's nothing humanoid about it. He's not anthropomorphic he's only anthropomorphic in that he can talk like a human can talk, with his lips and mouth and stuff, with his like black fox lips, you know. I think they just look too animalistic, especially Falco, because he's got the weird little backwards chicken legs too, if you see in the full reveal, which I'm like, I like the robot looking legs. I like when they have a little bit of like, it used to be like 50% human, 50% animal, and that to me was like, that's the sweet spot for like a furry design. But this feels like they're really leaning into animal, and I was just curious. Okay. Oh, Lama, you're a bit behind. Okay. But is pumped. I've never Star Foxed in my life. The Gilmer has no feelings. I mean, Star Fox 64 is an excellent game. Anyone should go play that game. You can beat it in like 2 hours. And then there's multiple different paths. And Jimmy asks, how many are YIF worthy? I don't think any of them, honestly. Which is like, I said this when I was streaming last Thursday. I was like, you kind of have to be like this. The Star Fox are the furry Beatles, and I titled my video that, even though it was a Lethal League video. Oh, Gilmer, you didn't own a 64? Oh my God, I'm so sorry for your lost childhood. Never too late though. My gripes is that they look too much like animals, and I wish that there was more of an art style. And this is my soapbox about a lot of most new games that are coming out. It's the art style in quotes is that it's realistic, and I'm all fine for high def, but I just wish there was a little more to the art direction and not just make it look real.
Keaton wrote in, there's an uncanny valley level of unnerving. I prefer a more cartoon look, which is kind of what
Okay.
you're saying, Andrew.
Yeah, there's something where it's just like these are just animals. They look like Fantastic Mr. Fox. I'm sure I'm not the first one to make Fantastic Mr. Star Fox joke, but it looks exactly like it. Hyper realistic everything. Everything's uncanny valley. I know. Thank you. Okay. God, I'm glad I'm not the only one. But I wanted the opinion of an honored member of the furry community, which I feel like I'm just borderline on because I found myself being excited for them to potentially reveal Crystal. And I was like, oh, yo, is the hot fox from Dinosaur one going to come out? And I was like, wait a second. Hang on now.
Your first thought is about a hot fox.
Maybe third or fourth thought, but it got there pretty quick. Yeah, I'm excited for a new Star Fox. It's a long dormant Nintendo property that needed to come back. Now, please just give us a new Earthbound. Please give us a new F-Zero. But I'll take.
I mean, well,
Star
they
Fox.
need to bring over Mother 3 before they can give us a new Earthbound.
That's true. I forget that because I played that and I played like a fan translation of it. I forget that that's not official. God damn it. His thoughts are short, unlike other things. Hey, Gilmer, I see we're back in your territory. You don't know how many times we've talked about something really inappropriate and been like, "Where the hell is Gilmer?" Darn right, Mr. Gilmer. Damn, you guys, you're gassing me up. Whew, it's getting hot in here. Yeah, I am excited for a new Star Fox though, and I think my other smallest gripe is that it doesn't feel like it has as much weight to it, because immediately after this reveal, I was like, "Oh my god, I have another great segue!" After this, when I saw the reveal, I was like, "I want to play Star Fox 64 again." And Polisa had never played it, so I was like, "Oh, let me just throw it on." Hooked it up. We beat it in literally an hour, and I forgot how tactile everything feels like when you get hit or when you hit something. There's like a little shake and there's like a little flash and everything. Like when you shoot the bombs, it's like this big like the bombs that they were shooting in the reveal for the new one just feel so neutered. They're just like, and like the hit effects and stuff just feel kind of like, I just wish they were a little punchier. All that to say, I am kind of excited for it. I just don't like their designs. But they revealed also at the end of that reveal, that was redundant. There's like a prologue where I guess you maybe get to play as James McLeod. You get to play as his dad, and you get to see like a younger Peppy, and then even like Pigma Dengar. So if you know the lore, he was on there.
I do not know the lore.
The cutscenes look really pretty and are even more leaning into the Star Wars inspiration, which is cool. It always was. I mean, there's even Pigma Dengar. Dengar is a Star Wars character, not a very popular one, but he is a Star Wars character. Yeah, I don't know if you had any thoughts. Is that a game that you have an attachment to, or a franchise that you have an attachment to?
Not yes and no. Like I have more of an attachment to all the memes of it. You know, like can't let you brew that Starbucks.
Starbucks.
You know, like all the
yeah.
Like there was a. I remember a mutual friend of ours, Jamie, like would show a video of like Star Fox in Fox McCloud in like a restaurant or something like that, and it's all like there's a whole scene played out using only sound clips from Star Fox 64 where yeah,
it's so good. Falco's like eating some horrible thing. He's like, there's like worms hanging out of his mouth. He's like, this is horrible. And then Fox like points to something on the menu for Peppy to order, and he's like, your father helped me like that too.
Yeah,
that's one of my. So we watched that after we played through Star Fox out.
It's still pretty funny.
It's so funny.
It's I enjoy the game quite a bit, though. I own it and I can't find my copy of it anymore, which is very frustrating. I don't know where it went. So that's very frustrating. But yeah, no, I like it well enough. I wouldn't say I'm like a super fan. but I like it well enough. It's been a long time since I played it, but I wouldn't say I'm like a super fan though. Like I was saying, P- our mutual friend Justin really loves it. I know you really like it. Um, every time I play it, I'm like, this is fun, but it's not like something that like really framed a part of my childhood. So
Mm,
it's just like I recognize it for how fun and good it is, and like also like all the nostalgia that a lot of people have for it, but it's just not something that like really always clicked with me.
that's fair. I would say I'm medium on it. I've played obviously 64. I even liked the Star Fox Adventures one, the one on GameCube where you're running around and you're
Hmm.
with the dinosaurs and stuff. I remember it getting a little tedious though, even like back then when I had all the time in the world. So it probably hasn't aged very well. Star Fox Assault I liked. It felt a little bland, but it was a cool mix of the two. You would do like the space levels, and then you'd sometimes jump out, and then you'd go and run into on foot, and you're shooting enemies and stuff. Um,
Hmm.
but I think those are the only ones I've played. I didn't play Star Fox Zero, which I think was the 3DS one, or maybe that was a Wii U. I don't think I played that one. But it's always been a an interest, I guess. And Star Fox
Hmm.
64 is one of those ones that's like, yeah, if we're talking top 10 on the 64, Star Fox 64 is probably going to be on most people's lists, even if they're not diehards for it. Um, there's so many references to other media, though. I mean, there's a whole level that's basically you're fighting the ships from Independence Day. Like I was expecting somebody to, go flying up into the butthole of it and go, "I'm back." Uh, but yeah, so what the heck was my? I forgot my segue now.
Segway.
Segway. um. Oh yeah, yeah. So, uh, I don't want to say. Okay, now I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that there. The segue is because we're talking about Nintendo and nothing else. Police and I watched the Mario Galaxy movie.
I have not seen it yet.
Okay, I liked it a lot. Uh, I I need to give it more time, but I may have liked it more than the first one. Which
That's
again,
interesting
I liked
because
it a
the
lot.
criticism I heard from it was I heard about it that there's less story in it than the first one and more fan service.
Definitely a lot more fan service. It was just starting to get to the point where I was like, all right, guys, can we have maybe one less reference a minute, please? But I liked seeing more references to other Nintendo properties than just a million um, Mario based references, which there are plenty of. Like there are some deep cut. I'm not even like the biggest Mario guy. I would love to heard like what our mutual friend Casey's thoughts are on it because he's like with Mario that I am with Sonic. And even me as like not the biggest Mario guy, like you can't be a gamer and not be something of a Mario person. That's incredibly reductive, but like you'll have like a passing awareness of it, and you'll probably get most of the
Yeah.
references. Um, but yeah, I really liked it. There was references to a lot of other Mario or a lot of other Nintendo franchises. I won't say which because it's cool to see how they show up, and some of
Well,
them are.
I know already some of them. Just in case people who on here have not, I won't say
Yeah, I
the
don't
one
want
I
to.
already know, but yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything yet because there was a moment that I had spoiled that I still thought was really cool that I would have probably really been stoked for. And the person they got to voice act this person is perfect for them.
Mm.
Llama says, I'll give the new Star Fox game a try when I get a chance. Well, I think it comes out, what, next month? It was kind of a surprise drop.
Yeah, it was which I think I was seeing some discourse online that were saying this was a smart idea by Nintendo because, like, if they would have mentioned like, "Hey, we have news on on something Star Fox related coming up,"
Yeah.
then they say, "Hey, we're working on a Star Fox game." If that was the announcement, then everyone would be like, "Oh, new Star Fox," and then they would have announced the remake event of the Star Fox 64, and I'm like, "What the fuck, man?" So this was smart,
Uh,
just to be like, "No, this is what it is. We're re-releasing Star Fox 64 with updated visuals and gameplay, and now no one can have their like hopes or illusions brought up. It just that you know what it is right off the bat. So I think it was a smart move by Nintendo to do it the way they did it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm a little bit like bummed because if I had seen that footage that they released, aside from the cutscenes look incredible. But like the gameplay, if I had seen that and been like, oh, this is a ways out and they still have to improve some things, then I'd be like, whew, okay. But seeing like what's probably basically a final build, I'm kind of like, ooh, okay. I wish, like I was talking about, like, I wish things felt a little punchier. I wish we could tweak a little bit of stuff with their designs, but it's far too late for that if it's coming out next month. And Gilmer just says, I never dreamed to think of myself as a person. Wow.
I feel you on that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not talking about you specifically, Gilmer. I feel you on that on a personal level. I would never dream to think of myself as a person.
On an unpersonal level. Yeah. But overall, I really liked the Mario Galaxy movie. There's way less of a focus on Chris Pratt as freaking Mario. And a lot more characters get to join the spotlight. Yeah, I won't.
Jimmy, I'm a meat popsicle.
Oh God. I mean, that's
Hopefully
basically
your
all you
tendons
are.
don't slip off.
Yeah, hopefully your tendons don't slip off of your meat popsicle, which just sounds like a fun time. All we are just like a hunk of wet meat controlling a meat puppet. I hate that.
You're the one that said it.
Oh, I know.
You can't be mad at anyone but yourself.
Doesn't make me hate it any less. Lava's got to run. I'll tell you more about the con next time. Yes. Oh, sorry, I didn't ask about that. Including meeting Josh's Zanga friend, Sean Chiplock. Oh, we first and last name into this person? Damn.
Yeah, he's a voice actor.
Oh, okay. Are you friends with him on Zanga?
I had him on the podcast.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Had him on the podcast last year, and I guess I made a pretty good impression on him because one of the things I brought up to him was that I met him not in person, but digitally before he was ever a voice actor. Remember Zanga?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Remember? I loved it, but Andrew's a fake friend confirmed.
I'm so sorry. I don't know the lore of Sean Chiplock, your Zanga friend. He predates me.
It's not really a friend. It's more. I trust me. I would totally become friends with Sean if I could, but Sean, we've only interacted like twice. But years. This is like 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
He ran a Zanga blog called Sonic Mega.
Nice.
And he was. He was pretty popular on there. He was actually very popular on Zanga for a number of years, and I found his blog. I really enjoyed like reading it, and this and that. And I remember he put out a post, or he put out a thing to like put out a request to his audience, basically saying, "Hey, I want to find these two songs. Could you, if you find them for me, could you send them to me? And if you do, I'll advertise your blog on my page for a month."
Nice.
And I found one of those songs. It was The Riddle by Gigi D'Agostino, who's like an Italian like EDM kind of techno DJ, that kind of stuff.
Huh.
Really catchy song, by the way.
Nice.
But so sent it to him, and he advertised my page for like a month. Really nice. And so when like nearly 20 years after the fact, I found him on Twitter, and I saw that it was Sonic Mega. I saw his name, Sean Chiplock. I'm like, why does that name sound familiar? And then I saw it was Sonic Mega. I went, holy shit, that's the same Sonic Mega from Zanga.
That's wild.
And so when I asked him to come on the podcast, we had a really wonderful conversation. Keaton is a big fan of the episode. And Sean was in Breath of the Wild. Like I think he's a great Deku Tree.
Wow.
Yeah, like he's been in the industry for a while. Really nice dude, and he goes to a lot of furry conventions. I don't know if he is a furry himself, but but since he voice acts, he's done work on shows that furries enjoy, and so he gets asked to a lot of furry conventions, and he likes the furry community quite a bit. I don't know if he is a furry himself, but he likes the furry community in general. He's a very big, like, he goes to a lot of furry cons and stuff like that. And in fact, on the episode, he pitches to me, he's like, you need to go to a furry convention, even if you're not a furry. It's just a great time.
I would love to. We're all a little bit furry. Yeah. Anyone who's seen Space Jam is a little bit furry.
Lola Bunny.
Lola frickin' Bunny. I was
But
talking
yeah,
about
so
Taz, the
that's
Tasmanian
why Keaton says that him and I are friends, because I've recorded a podcast with him, and actually Gilmer mentioned to me he is coming to a convention in the Philly area sometime later this year.
devil. Nice. You'll have to reconnect
So
and be like. So I assume you told this story, or you like reminded him of the Zanga thing on the podcast.
yeah, I did. Yeah,
That's awesome. Did he remember you?
no,
Okay.
no, nor would I have ever expected him to. But
Yeah.
he remembered when I told him the song. He remembered the song.
Oh,
And
okay.
he remembered kind of something similar to the interaction. I think I don't remember what my handle was on Zanga, so I can't even
Potemkin?
tell you anymore. But still, not that you can read it anyway. Zanga, like you can go to the Zanga website, but those blogs aren't up anymore.
Oh yeah. I had a Zanga as well. I don't even remember what I wrote about. I thought probably just. I remember my picture was something Oddworld related. I think it was a slig from Oddworld, because of course it was.
I'm just trying to see, like, is there a thing? When was the last time the Zanga website was even updated? There's Zanga 2.0 is here. Please excuse us while we dust off and launch Zanga 2.0. That post, if I remember correctly, was made for fucking ever ago.
Wow.
Let
Zanga's
me
back,
see.
baby.
The last update was from February 11th, 2015.
That's way later. That's like 10 years later than I would have even expected.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's their most recent post. They have not really done anything since then. So it's kind of funny. Kind of funny.
Everyone go make a Zanga. We'll come back.
No, you can't even access it. Like, that's a crazy thing.
Lame. We'll start our
Like,
own
you can
Zanga.
actually log in. I was able to log in again.
What?
But like none of the pages are still out. I was able to figure out my old login information. Yeah.
That's wild. Was that one of the ones that was you were Potemkin as the username? Because
No,
you played
no,
Guilty
it
Gear
wasn't.
once back in the day.
Nope.
Or that was eBay.
No Potemkin on that one.
Yeah.
This was pre Potemkin.
Yeah.
I measure my life in post and pre Potemkin.
As you should. It was the year of our Lord 2006 PPE. Post or pre Potemkin era. APE ape, because that
It's
dude's a fucking
PRP
gorilla.
for pre Potemkin and POP for post Potemkin.
Yeah.
Perp and pop.
Perp and pop. Wow. I don't know where to go from there. However, I did experience one more thing.
Segway.
This is a rocky one. This is a. Speaking of rocky segues, did you know that one of the CEOs or like CFOs, one of the C-suite level executives of the Segway died on a Segway? He fell off a cliff.
I'm pretty sure the founder of a Segway died on the Segway.
Yeah, isn't that
the
nuts?
creator of it or something. Yeah, I heard about that a while ago. Yeah.
How of all people, you should know how those things work the most. Or maybe that's why he did, because he felt that comfortable with it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me for a second. I'm like, why would I know how?
No,
to
no,
You're talking about that guy.
If you are the founder of a product, you would think
Yeah.
you'd be familiar enough with it to not lose control of it and fly off of a cliff and die. Although maybe it was a marketing stunt. Love the Segway, by the Segway. What?
I don't know.
I think you meant live by the Segway, die by the Segway. Is that what you meant, Gilmer?
That might be what he meant to write, but autocorrect was mean to him.
Love by the Segway, by the Segway. Wow, swipe typing did me
Swiped.
dirty. You swipe too? I'm so glad someone else does. I do the swipe all the time. It's amazing. Well, you know what I'm going to swipe left on? Is that the good one or the bad one? I've been out of the dating pool for so long. Is swipe left good?
I don't know. I've been out of the dating pool longer than you have.
Live by, that's true. Live by, die by. Well, something else I experienced that I liked a lot. We're going to go from Star Fox to Star Wars. Finished the Maul series. There's a Darth Maul series on Disney Plus. That was really good. Anything that Dave Filoni touches, I will watch and worship. Yeah, very good. It's a short one. It's short for most TV standards. It's only 10 episodes. And I never thought I would feel any level of empathy for this character, because he was designed to just be like a menacing looking dude, and he went from a Phantom menacing looking dude. He went from a guy with 2 lines in the Phantom Menace to one of the most fleshed out and interesting characters of the franchise. With everything that they do with him in Clone Wars and in Rebels, and now he gets his own show, it's really interesting to see like them give more time to this character who was just kind of designed to show up, look evil, have the coolest lightsaber, and then get cut in half. But yeah,
Nice.
I really liked it. It's obviously dark. They introduce a lot of really compelling characters in this, like, because there's a time period where he is like a crime lord, so you're kind of seeing like the underbelly of Star Wars society, and how the dealings between crime syndicates go down, and it's rad as hell. There is a Legends era character who everyone wants to see, who is they're gooning over, and I think they're setting that up, but I kind of hope that they don't, because she is underage in this, so let's hit the brakes on that one, internet. But yeah, liked it a lot. I don't know, I'm gonna make my little review graphics for Mario Galaxy and Mall probably this week. Don't know what I will score them yet, still gotta think about it, but overall very solid for both.
Nice.
Yeah. I have something I discovered, and a question of ethics, which may take us longer. So
That's fine.
I want to talk about the thing that I discovered first. And I know you said you probably wouldn't have a lot to talk about tonight, so if there's something that you want to talk about, please let me know, because I'll just keep talking.
No, I mean, I have a potential discussion thing as well, but I don't like. Once again, I'm not really sure how up for it I am right now. So go on with what you're talking about.
That's fair. So I've been following this creator on TikTok for probably at least a year now, and his name is Steven. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I think it's Dungu. It's Ddungu. Highly recommend giving this guy a follow. He is solo, not just for this first thing, but I discovered a new thing that he's working on that ties into the first thing. But he's making a game right now, solo dev. He's doing everything for it. It's called Sword of Symphony, and it's like a action, like a rhythm action game. So you play as this character who, like, you know, you're fighting with like music notes, and if you have to time it to the beat, kind of like Mother 3, bringing it back to Mother 3. Obviously, music is a big part of it. The character looks really interesting, and on its own, that's probably worth enough for a follow. It looks like a really cool project. Then he started teasing another project that he's working on, and I've never seen anybody do anything like this. And this like hit my brain in a very like near kind of, you're playing with the lines of the fourth wall and doing something really interesting. So he's developing this game currently called Sword of Symphony. He's also developing a game that the title is just a bunch of like brackets and spaces and an X, so I don't even know how to pronounce it, but you basically play as in his second game. It takes place during the development of Sword of Symphony, of his first game, and in this game,
so he's making another game that takes place during the development of his first game,
which isn't even out yet. And in this game,
this is just sounding pretentious, but okay.
It's super meta. But in this game, you play as the main character is called The First Draft, and he's just like a sketch. And you play as the first iteration of the main character of Sword of Symphony, and you have to fight the other potential concepts for the character who you play as in Sword of Symphony. And in like there's a game mechanic where you're like kind of coding. You're like spawning weapons and stuff for yourself. You're like manipulating the code of this game, and everything's like stark white, like, and paper textures and like very rudimentary like vector line work. And it's just like a fascinating concept. He can probably explain it more than better than I can. Anyway, but it's like you fight your way through the character development process. Like you play as this character called the First Draft, and you're fighting other concepts of this character.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's like, it's so meta. It's like a game that takes place inside of and during the development of his other game, and it can only exist right now as he's developing the first game. I think that's so cool, and it blew my mind. And now I'm like, I was already in with Sword of Symphony, and then he started doing this, and I was like, oh, you are like changing the rules almost of how games can be presented and created. It's super cool. He's obviously chronicling a lot of this stuff on his social medias, but definitely worth checking out. It's super cool. I've never seen or heard of anything like this.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were going to segue into something like it was sorry, it was that you had a question you were going to, or not a question, like a topic you were going to pose or like something like that. Is this part of it or is this separate?
It was just after this. I just wanted to share this cool thing that I discovered.
Okay, sorry. The reason there was the long pause, I was like, okay, I'm waiting for the segue into what I thought they were all tied together. I understand now.
Segway. Okay. I have to do the Segway thing now as a screen transition. I must do it. A bite on a Segway. Really cool. It's a great idea.
Record yourself singing Segway in multiple harmonies.
Oh, totally.
Segway.
Segway. Like with the Sega font. Like specifically the Sonic 2, and it's ridiculous that I remember that it's the Sonic 2 one, where he runs by one way and then he runs by the other way. And it's like Sega, but it's bite on a Segway. Just Segway. Wow. I will use that to death if I make that, though. That's the bad thing. Like you will hate it so much. Jimmy will take a 2% cut when I blow up. Hey, thanks. I'll give you more than that. If I blow up and get rich from this, all y'all are getting money.
No, real quick, what's the name of the dude that you were just talking about again? Because I want to look it up, because I could not understand what you were talking about.
It is,
I'll be honest,
very abstract concept. So it's Steven with a V. I think a V. I'm pretty sure it's a V, not a PH. And then the last name is, I think it's pronounced Dungu. I might have gotten it wrong, but it's DDUNGU.
DDUN
GU.
So 2 D's.
Yeah, double D's. I think he's
all right.
Of some kind of African descent. It looks like it would be.
Well, he's not on Instagram, and I'm not on TikTok, so.
Yeah, this was on TikTok. I know he's on YouTube. And I think if you search Sword of Symphony, he'll probably come up.
All right, I'll look it up. What type of gameplay is Sword of Symphony?
They both look like kind of an third-person action game. It actually looks like it borrows a lot from Nier.
Okay, I see now. IGN even had a trailer for it for 4 years ago.
Yeah, he's been making Sword of Symphony for a while now, but he's like focusing more on the. I just keep calling it the First Draft, even though that's the character's name, not the name of the game. But it's such a cool idea. It can only exist now while his first game is in development. I love that. I think a demo is either out or is coming out soon, but I'd love to play it. It looks like it's a blast. Like you can spawn like, depending on what like you type in, like you can spawn. It almost felt in a weird way like Scribble Knots, because you'll be typing like car, like, you know, you'll type like a car and it'll spawn, and then you'll get in the car and you'll hit the guy with the car like that you're fighting, and and then the oh god, I hate using AI in a sentence now, but like the AI of the games will learn like your gameplay styles and adapt to you, so you'll have to like change your gameplay style up.
Mm.
But yeah, super interesting, super cool. Just wanted to share that. He's certainly got a bigger following than me, but I wanted that to be shared. I think it's super rad. Oh, come on. My flaccid freaking tripod is dying on me. Come on, get hard. Oh, do I need to stroke you a little bit? Come on.
God, I hope not.
Anyway. Yeah, you said you may have another topic, but aren't sure if you have the energy for it.
I mean, yeah, there's not really much else for me to oh, sorry, 1 second. Okay. Um Anyway, no, it's just something that came up in. I did a recording session last night, but I'm not. Yeah, you talk about you what the conversation topic you wanted to pose.
Okay. It may be also a bit heady. Um, it doesn't have to be. I'm sure you have a. I'm sure I know what your feelings are going to be, but it was just a.
Yeah, let's just go for it.
Okay.
We can use it. This can be the last topic for the night.
Okay, yeah, we can wrap up after this. So I don't know if you saw, but I guess there's a new. So Val Kilmer, before he died, was
where
filming a
they're
movie.
making a new movie with him, but it's fully AI.
So I guess it's not fully like he started shooting.
Well,
this...
there's going to be real actors, but he's fully AI.
Well, I think part of it is real, because I think he was shooting it, like maybe it was COVID, and then that all got shut down, and then there was the strikes and stuff. But he filmed it before Top Gun Maverick, which was his last appearance, and then so now I think they're finishing it and doing his scenes with an AI version of him. And at first I was like, yeah, obviously I hate that because gross. But then I keep hearing about how like his family was like super for it, because it's like, yeah, we get to see like the last work of our loved one.
But you're not seeing the last work of him. You're seeing an AI version of it. You're not seeing the last work of him.
Well, like
I think it's
the last
stupid.
work be
like,
completed.
It's still not completed. He's not in it.
I mean, I don't know, because it's like it's sampling him.
Yeah, but that's still not him.
Yeah.
Sampling something doesn't mean it's the thing. It means it's a facsimile of it. It's a copy. It's an imitation.
Yeah.
It might be taking a direct copy of it, but hold on. Even though he didn't shoot a single scene, Voorhees has been able to realize his vision of having Kilmer in the ensemble. Wait, hold on. Who didn't shoot a single scene? Was it the director that didn't? Kilmer who was battling throat cancer, was too sick to even make it to set. So he never even made it to set.
So he wasn't in it at all. I thought it was something that they just were finishing.
I think even if he wasn't it wouldn't change my opinion on it. I think it's a waste of resources, and if the family wants to do it, that's their prerogative. Like, at least they have the family's blessing. I would say out of a scenario, if this movie's being forced to be made, or has to be made, this is the best possible scenario for it to be made. But I think it's kind of an affront to someone's legacy that you're like, well, he was going to do this, but he died. So let's just have AI approximate it based off his previous performances.
Yeah. I'm more in this camp too. I think so another thing that came up, Police and I were talking about this at length, and something else that came up was like with Bruce Willis, where he's got dementia so bad that he obviously can't act anymore.
He signed away his rights as well.
Yeah, so he's going to be in other movies, but it's not really going to be him. It's going to be AI. But again, his family, who at first I was like, oh man, that's so gross. I hate that. But like, his family, the people who should have the most say, were like, we want this. So I'm like, does that make...
Well, they also probably make money off of it. I'm not trying to like... be mean about it. I think, is it immoral? No, because the family's giving the okay. I think I sorry, let me put it this way. Is it immoral in the sense that you're disgracing his legacy, the whichever actors it is, actor or actress's legacy? No, as long as the family gives it the okay. I think it's immoral in the sense that completely it completely gets rid of the purpose of artistic creativity, because
Right.
it's a computer just there's not a performance, it's a computer just making shit up.
Yeah.
Granted, there is a prompt that goes into it. I'm sure they tell the AI what lines to say, and they give it different directions. But then you're essentially just giving it's a director giving line readings to actors, which actors generally hate because they're not putting any of their creativity into it. It's only the director at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just side note, I did look up to see about the data center thing, because it is kind of topical with what I talked about before.
Yeah.
I don't see one. There is one potentially being built, but not in the area that I saw. So that's a whole different thing. Anyway, uh, with this, I find AI generated stuff morally reprehensible. Like,
Yeah.
just I can't, and I think what makes me frustrated is that I've seen AI content and have enjoyed it. There's a song about Puerto Rico that's really popular right now.
Huh.
You've probably seen it in your feeds.
Oh, probably.
It's really fucking catchy. It's not gonna lie. A dude put in a whole bunch of like lyrics, put it into Suno, and Suno generated a really boppy 80s style song, and it's really fucking catchy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna deny that it has produced stuff that I enjoy, but I do think it's like it any good it could potentially create is there's more harm than good it could potentially create. Whatever good it can possibly do, it does not outweigh the harm, and I am so ready for this fucking bubble to burst.
I
It
know.
like not even and take out the AI or the environmental impact.
Yeah.
There's a rumor there's a Dark Souls that was made with AI. Honestly, that would make sense why the game sucks.
There it is. Do it.
No, I'm not going to go into. I mean, I just started that rumor.
I started that rumor right now.
um, but no, I it takes away work from artists of all stripes. Doesn't matter if it's a graphic designer, a musician, an actor, an illustrator, or an artist, or anything like that. Like, it takes away work from all those. There's no soul to it. Like, and I'm not even saying that as like, because everyone says it, oh, it doesn't have any soul. I mean, for fuck's sake, like, pop music hasn't really, by that logic, pop music hasn't had soul for years, because it's all, formulated by corporations to be as catchy as possible. Like, I get that, but I do think there's an element, like, because it's still made by humans, regardless of how strict the credentials are, there is an element of personality into it. Like, when an actor delivers a performance, they are calling on different emotions and different life experiences in order to replicate those emotions. And AI is just using derivative work. It's going to be an actor that's phoning it in at that point, because there's there's literally no motivation behind it.
Yeah.
That's what need as an actor. Like, I don't know, I've just such a major issue with it. I don't think it benefits it. The other half of it is, I'm sorry I'm rambling. AI completely misses the point of art. AI generated stuff, completely generative AI misses the entire point of an artistic endeavor.
Mm.
It was made by people who can't do art, and I say that as someone who cannot do art. I'm not an artist or an artiste. I can't write music, I can't sing, I can't play music, I can't draw, I can't act, I can't do any of those things. And would I love to do at least one of those? Absolutely. But I can't. And I don't enjoy it enough to hone my craft with it. But AI completely supposes like the joy of art is in the final product, when it's not. It's in the actual struggle to make it.
Yeah.
The whole
Creation.
I I like doing podcasts. The podcasting is the closest thing I do that's considered art. The art of conversation, if you want to consider it
Yeah,
that.
I mean it's a production.
But like, I enjoy the process of making it. That's why I like to do it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it for 10 fucking years.
Right.
If you don't like something enough to do it over and over and over again, you don't care about the art form. You're ordering off a menu.
It's a product.
It's the difference between a chef and someone who goes to a restaurant to order food, and a patron at a restaurant.
Right.
You don't want to learn how to cook. You just want to you want to dictate to someone else, hey, make this specific thing for me.
Yeah.
It's going to Wawa and ordering off the menu, right? Environmental impact aside, I think making some kid making fun pictures with AI with no monetization is fine. It's not, but the problem is AI isn't gatekeeping. That it's not gatekeeping art to say that people can't use AI. You're not doing art. You're generating an image. You are giving you are all AI generated images are. It'd be like commissioning an artist, right? But no artist is getting paid for this. Like, you go up to an artist and you say, I want Simon Belmont guzzling fucking sausages down his throat.
Whoa. I just found Josh's search history.
While riding a bicycle during Oktoberfest, right? I understand why nobody wants to pay for an artist to make that. I don't, like, I'm not saying that you couldn't use AI generated stuff for that, but you're not an artist if you're doing it. You are a patron. You are ordering off a fucking menu. You are dictating to the computer what you want to see, and the computer is determining how it's getting visually represented as to the best of its approximation based on your input. Same thing if you would go to a restaurant and order, like, you could be hyper specific and picky to a chef, and they will make your order within the exact details, depending on the restaurant, but if they will make an order to as close as possible to your exact specifications, but you are still not a chef. You are still not going in there and making everything. You are just dictating it. So it's not gatekeeping art. I really disagree with that. You're not the only one to say it either, Jimmy. So I apologize if it seems like I'm upset at you. I've just seen this on the internet before. Gatekeeping art would be like, you can't have pencils. Gatekeeping art would be like, you're not allowed to play with paint. Removing the tools of someone to be able to practice art. Doesn't using those words creatively make it more towards art? I mean, writing is art, using word, but you're not writing. You're putting in a prompt. Like, you could, like I said, like, if you're going to use those words, then just be a writer. Then you're doing art anyway. If you're focusing on the words, then you're a writer anyway, and you're not. But even then, you're not writing when you're doing it. You might have a crystal clear picture of the image or the whatever you want to see in your head, but you're still not an artist just for coming up with an idea of it. It's implementing it onto the page or whatever it may be. Anyone can be an idea, man. We just came up with the Segway, like, you helped come up with the Segway, but to actually make it requires someone who understands art. Like, anyone can come up with a good idea. The world is filled with good ideas, but do you actually have the skill to do it? So I don't know. I have a major issue with AI. I think it's like, it takes out all, once again, environmental impact aside, I think it just kind of completely, what's the point of doing art if you don't care about the art? If all you're doing is typing a prompt in, you don't actually care about the art. You just want the output. You just want something given to you on a platter. Just like I wouldn't consider myself a chef because I like food, but I'm not going to claim to be a culinary, like, expert or shit like that. I don't know. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I apologize if I'm coming off as really mad at you. You and I have had, like, plenty of conversations, like, off mic and whatnot, where we can agree to disagree, and this may just be one of them. That's totally fine. I can't. it's a hill that I don't think I'll ever be able to get over. Like I find it fundamental. I find what was it? I did a reel. I think I'm gonna transition. I know I'm jumping all over the place. When it's the way I best can describe my feelings on it is I did it. I got an Instagram reel. Sorry, I made an Instagram reel a couple weeks ago where based off an email I got from an AI startup that was basically saying like, "Hey, you've been doing podcasting for a while. I have this new AI thing where it's like if you run this AI agent while you're recording, it's going to listen to the recording and provide question prompts.
Yeah.
So if like you miss something, excuse me, if you miss something during the conversation, you can look at the question prompts. And I was really mad about that because the whole point of a podcast is the fucking conversation.
Yeah.
And if you're taking out everything that makes a conversation by generating talking points, I don't even have to fucking listen to the conversation. I don't have to listen to what my guest is saying. I can just look at what the talking points are doing. And I think it's similar to that when it comes to other AI generated stuff, where it's like the point of art is to look at like is to look at what people made and understand the context in which it was made and how it was made and what they struggled. I don't like this podcaster all that much, but Andrew Scholes, I saw a clip that made me laugh where the guy was like, if you're going over to someone, if you're coming home for dinner and your partner orders out or makes you food or makes you a meal, which means more?
And it's home cooked meal.
For most people, they would say if they made the home cooked meal because there's fucking effort behind it.
Yeah.
If I get something that is like just AI generated, why should I give a shit what your vision is when you didn't invest enough in yourself to make it yourself. You just typed it into a fucking prompt and had something else do it. And I get really mad when, not that people do that. I've used an AI image generator before, kind of like what you're saying, Jimmy. It's fun just to like fart around and make goofy pictures and stuff like that, especially stuff that I would not pay someone to make because I just want to see it. I don't want to see it. I just want to see it. I don't necessarily want to spend the money behind it. Right. But with that said, that also kind of is my exact point where it's like I clearly didn't care enough about it. Like I think it's putzing around for your own enjoyment, not monetized like you said, Jimmy. I think if it wasn't for the environmental impact, I would be more okay with it. But the problem is that the people that are selling us things as art, whether it's a movie, whether it's a TV show, whether it's paintings or pictures or graphic design or music or anything else, and people will use AI to generate stuff and then call themselves an AI artist or an AI musician, but you're not. You're just ordering off a menu. Now you're creating the menu at the same time because you can dictate whatever you want. But like, why should I care about your art when you didn't care enough to actually put effort into learn how to make it?
Yeah.
And the email that sent me the thing about this AI chatbot for podcasting was AI written because they got fucking information about my show wrong.
Yeah.
And why should I care about anything someone makes with AI when they clearly didn't care enough to actually learn what they were making? I don't know. I find it frustrating where in an ideal world, I wouldn't mind that it existed if it wasn't used as a crutch by so many people, including movie studios and music studios. The fact that like AI music makes more money now on like fucking Spotify than real artists do.
Does it?
And yeah, and Spotify can make it themselves and post it, and they make money off of it and don't have to fucking pay anybody because it's their own AI that made it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I have a lot of moral issues with it from when it comes to business. I don't have as much of an issue with it. Once again, take out the environmental impact, which that's the biggest problem with it. If that impact was not there, I would have no issue with AI just for dicking around. But when it comes to things that are actual art, it's not art. It's it's a facsimile. It's fake. It's something fun to do to pass the time, but it's not art. And it bothers me that some people treat it like it is.
Yeah.
Sorry for the long rant. I get so mad about this shit.
Yeah. I'm with you on just about all of it. I think we kind of we agree on a lot of the same points about using AI art, especially like passing it.
I'm
off
sorry
as,
for the rant. I was really going around in a circle for a while.
That's okay. I feel like I talked for most of the entire episode, so we're just catching up now.
Yeah.
I was just like, Star Wars and Star Fox and Mario and yeah. I think specifically where the conversation got interesting, at least to me and Palisa when we were talking about it, was like the ethics of like everything else understood. Like, yeah, the environmental aspect is bad. The facsimile of human creation is bad, but to feel upset by them bringing a dead person back to life when the family of these people are like, yeah, no, we want that. We want to see our loved one make movies, in whatever limited capacity it is, or
I mean, they're not making movies, but go on. I understand what you're saying.
yeah, seeing them again, doing the things that they loved. Bruce Willis can't make movies anymore. Val Kilmer certainly can't because he's dead. What I noticed most about it was like we were both getting like, oh man, that's so gross. They're just like puppeting a dead person, and it's like we're so upset for who are we upset for? The family who are all like on board for it. So it was just an interesting conversation that we had. Like,
well, I think it's, even though I understand the family's okay with it, I still disagree with it on a moral level. I'm not as like angry about it as I am about like other AI art, but I think it's like, if you're just going to bring back a bunch of dead actors, then what's the point of anyone trying to act at all in the future?
right. I think
it's eventually going to be so saturated with fucking dead actors because people are only want to see Val Kilmer at the same fucking age he was 40 years ago in new movies, or whatever actor it may be. Whatever. I think I have more of an issue with it is that like life's not fair. So like, and this isn't something that like, I don't know. I think it's kind of spitting on not the image, the memory of an actor to like bring them back for your selfish reasons, not for like, if they sign their likeness rights away and they say, hey, I would love to be like, if they explicitly said, put me in more movies because that's what I would want. I think that's weird, but at least that's the actor's prerogative. This is the family's choice. Bruce Willis, but even so, he hasn't really been in anything since that. Like, I haven't seen anything of him with an AI bit in it. At least not. I'm not saying it hasn't happened. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't think there has been, but I know that he did kind of spearhead the like. I want this because I'm not going to be able to soon.
I think I just don't like it because it feels like selfish on the family's half a little bit. Like I'm like, I don't want to. This is my personal preference. I would say I wouldn't want an AI version of a family member in video.
Yeah,
because it's not them. It feels creepy. It feels invasive. It's giving data of my loved one to a fucking company so they can create a weird amalgamation of the data I gave them.
Right.
And that just, it feels unnatural. It honestly feels like someone who, if I were to do that, I'd be someone who's sober reft that I can't live without this person, which that's a beautiful sentiment, but that's kind of like grief is the price you pay for how much you love somebody. Yeah. You kind of have to like deal with it. It sucks. And I'm not saying it makes it easy for them. I'm sure they miss Val Kilmer dearly, or whichever actor it may be in the future. But like, that's how life goes, man. Like what's the point of them even like, I don't know, because that makes the rest of their catalog like, I don't know, it makes everything that comes out afterward less special because like that's not them anymore. It's
Yeah.
not them. Like, enjoy the catalog they had. You don't need to see them in new things. You literally have 30 years of movies to see them in.
Yeah.
That you
Uh,
can watch them whenever you want. You have pictures of them. Like, I don't know. I find it very selfish, but I'm also not necessarily going to die on the hill either, because like I'm not that family. I'm not in their shoes. I can't say for sure how I would react. And I don't know them on a personal level. I'm making assumptions based off of like kind of cynical assumptions. So maybe it's not cynical at all. Maybe they don't give a shit about the money they're going to make from the AI movie. Maybe they genuinely, sincerely just want to see their family member back in some capacity.
yeah.
But
And I don't.
I think that's weird.
I think it's weird too. Um, like I said, I am mostly against it. But I also know that if I solely made my money as a creator in some, I mean, I guess I technically do because I'm a designer. But like, if I
What
was,
about Paul Walker in Fast Seven? That was
oh
mostly his
yeah,
brother with face replacement, to
so
be clear.
yeah, that was one thing that I was saying too. Was like if
And he found
they,
3/4 of it.
yeah, like if I would feel less bad about it if an actor did the performance, got paid for it at just as much as the other actors, even though their face was going to be replaced, and they just did like a facial mapping on top of it. I feel much better about that. However, what was I going to say? Oh, about like the money thing. Like if I was a voice actor full time and and I supported my family and my kids that I don't have on solely on that, and someone said, "Hey, I mean, if you sign your voice away to this AI thing, we'll still keep making stuff as you, and you'll still be able to support your family, even though you're not going to be able to." I don't know that I would say no to that. Now, I don't think Bruce Willis's family is necessarily hurting for money because he's
Yeah.
made probably $1 bajillion over the years, but I don't know. It's just an interesting little hyper specific topic about this thing too, because it's everywhere
Yeah.
and it's unfortunately unavoidable. And like we were talking about off air, how I I heard a radio station that was like, "We're 100% human," and I just like it sent me into like like existential crisis because I
Yeah.
was like, I hate this timeline. I hate this so much that I even have to have
Now,
to advertise that you're humans.
mhm.
Oh my
And
god.
real quick, with that said, Jimmy, they are bringing CGI. They are bringing an AI Paul Walker back for the next movie, apparently.
Yes.
Which I'm
It's like,
also not a fan of. I think they wrote themselves into a corner by not killing him off in the movies.
yeah.
And I respect them for that. I just want them to continue to commit to that. And now, if they bring in his brother and do a lot of face CG to do it, I'm more okay with it because it's like there's some human element to it, not just all fully fabricated
Yeah.
by AI. So if they do that, if they do a CG face replacement with Paul Walker's brother, I'm more okay with that, even though it wouldn't really be, it would be weird still because he's not Paul Walker. He can't act like Paul Walker. And even then, I don't know, like, is he going to deliver lines? Are they going to AI his voice to sound like Paul Walker?
Yeah.
That would be a
Probably.
little weird to me.
He's gonna say, "Forget
So
about
I,
it, cuh." I hate that line so
um,
much.
I I don't know. Like, it's weird because like I do think I'm glad you really brought that up, Jimmy, because that actually makes me really think. Because like when you first brought it up, my initial gut reaction, I'm like, yeah, but it's Fast and Furious, it's okay. And I'm like, wow, that's really fucking hypocritical of
Completely
me. So
flipped.
I'm yeah, seriously. So I that's when I was like, you know what? No, I have to stand on business. I don't think it's a good idea, and I don't. I understand it from a like. No, I think the reason I was more accepting at on that literally that first reaction was like the movies are already so ridiculous, so over the top, and so insane. It just makes it that much more insane and ridiculous. Like it almost fits with the theme to have an AI Paul Walker with the Fast and Furious movies. But I think on a moral level, based off my rant about Val Kilmer, I don't think I disagree with it. I don't think they should do it.
Yeah.
And they're apparently they are, at least for the Fast 10X2 or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck the new movie's going to be.
Wait, what if the next one is Fast and Furious 10 too? Like Final Fantasy.
What if it's Fast and Furious AI?
Oh my god. Fast and Furious 10 too, and the whole time they're just like putting on different clothes and trying to find their dead boyfriend.
What?
Yeah, I think. Well, I'm just gonna repeat things I've already said. What did you
No, no,
discover?
no. I
Something?
just saw something like politically topical that's kind of interesting. I'm trying to find like um source for it, but they're yeah. Sorry, not important. Continue.
Oh, I was just gonna say some. I was gonna reiterate what was already said. Yeah, it was just an interesting conversation about this. It's such a weird timeline we live in. I hate it. Like AI has the potential, aside from the environment, to do really cool things, to take away the
Yeah,
mundanity of our lives so that we all can create more. And I wish that was the
but
route
it's
we were
not.
going, but it's the
I mean,
opposite.
I there is AI at my job that does exactly that. It takes it does more mundane tasks.
Mm.
Has that eliminated some jobs? Yes, but the reason I'm not quite as mad about it is because it's a mundane task. It's literally like I did that task. It's not fun. You are literally spending 8 hours a day. I can't go into specifics because of what my job is, but you're still spending 8 hours a day doing really monotonous tasks. Art is not monotonous. It's active. You're always creating something like that. Like it in my opinion, like what they added to the automation at my job is no different than automated car factories, right? Like where someone working on a factory line, we found new jobs like that. It's taking away monotony and allowing you to have more freedom to do, theoretically that's what it would do in the long run.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, but like also, AI is not a bad thing inherently. It's just how it's being used. In the medical field, it does amazing stuff finding like cancer
Yeah.
diagnoses that we wouldn't be able to catch prior, or we can catch it more quickly. It also can be used to like figure out best ways for like helping the environment, like actually helping the environment. I'm not saying the generative stuff is really energy intensive and water intensive, but like finding like the most optimal way to like the most optimal pattern to plant crops so we can harvest food and grow food better. Like there's a lot of
Mm.
things that you could use it for that's beneficial.
Yeah.
But my issue with generative AI and LLMs, large language models and shit like that,
Mm.
one, environmental impact first and foremost. It's fucking abhorrent what it
It's
does.
crazy how much water it uses.
Two, dude, fuck like what is it in some areas the temperature in towns that get, depending on the size of the town, but the temperature in the area that the data centers get put into raises 5 to 10 degrees.
Yeah. I'm not laughing at what
Show
you're
me.
saying. Computer.
No, I saw weather. No weather.
Computer, show me Josh Cobble's picky toes. No, weather. Computer, initiate cock and ball torture.
But so what like and then LLMs literally are making us more or less intelligent.
Yeah.
Literally are making us more dumb.
Critical thinking is like, and literacy is at an all-time low. Like,
I had a coworker today where I was talking about like, man, I only have an associate's degree. I would love to go back to school and get a like a bachelor's. And she goes, well, you could just use ChatGPT. I'm like, the fuck I'm going to do that. What's the point
wow.
of like I have to, even if I just do everything in ChatGPT, I still have to check its fucking sources
Yeah.
because it gets information wrong.
All the
So if
time.
I have to check its fucking sources, I might as well just do the research myself at that point.
Yeah. That's
And
wild.
I can't get a degree using that anyway. Like I don't have a piece of paper to prove to a job or to something else that like I took my education seriously.
Well,
Once
you
again,
can just
like
generate
using
an
the
image
shortcut.
of one.
Yeah, well, I'll just generate an image of a
Of a
fucking
diploma. Yeah, print it out. And
diploma.
yeah. Where I've seen a really weird place where I've seen it show rear its ugly head. It's like on DoorDash. There's a lot of like automatically added AI descriptions of food, and a lot of times it'll be totally wrong. Like I, I order from this sandwich place sometimes. Oh god, their cheesesteaks are so good. And they have like a sauce that's called like Mama's sauce, I guess, and it's on DoorDash listed as LG Mamas, like large Mamas. And for anyone who knows or who orders from there, oh, that's a large container of that sauce that they make it. That's their like signature sauce. The automatic AI like description of this is like this long paragraph that's like, a generous sized portion of a home cooked meal, just like your mother used to make, to bring some of that, good home style cooking to your home. And it's just like, what the fuck are you saying? It's sauce. Like, you just saw large and Mamas, and we're like, oh, it must have been some kind of home cooked meal, just like your mother used to make. Like, no. And I saw that and I was like, fuck this place. Like, I still order from them, but like,
Also, LLMs are meant to, like, they are programmed to agree with whatever you say.
yeah.
They're programmed to agree with you, so you get stuck in these echo chambers.
As if people weren't already. This sauce is so big.
What's
huge sauce. Best sauce. USA.
USA.
It's huge.
USA.
Bigger than China. Yeah.
But
that's another super dangerous thing. Like, you have to, like, I literally saw a TikTok where it was like, if you're going to use ChatGPT, go into your settings and be like, because you can type like directions to it that will apply to every prompt. And you can be like, don't just agree with everything I have to say, like, challenge me. And I'm like, the fact that that's not the default is like insane. And that's why you have people like having psychosis, because they're like, is my psychiatrist secretly in love with me? And it's like, yes, probably. You should sneak into their house when they're sleeping at night, because they would love this. Like, and shit like that's happening. Like, or people are like killing themselves because they're thinking that they're in relationships with these AI models, and it's like telling them to end their own lives to be with them, so they can be together. Oh my god, AI psychosis and religious psychosis is plaguing this country, the world.
Yeah, I fucking hate AI. I hate it so much with a burning passion, and I wish it was something that I could just ignore and have it go away, but it's not going to go away. Most likely the AI bubble is going to burst at some point. It's already like starting to, like, you can see it's coming at some point.
Same with
I just hope
gaming.
that the economy gets better before then, so that way you can crash the economy again. Because if it crashes it now, it's going to be... actually, you know what? We're already pretty low, so what's the worst it can be with...
We're maybe not at rock bottom, but we're pretty much at slate bottom. It's getting... yeah.
But,
well, on a lighter note, I'm trying to think of something lighter. I had
Segway.
I had a really good sandwich for lunch today. And no AI
It's called a Segway.
No AI was involved in the making of this sandwich. I'm not a big Reuben guy, but this was an excellent Reuben. There was a deli that
Reubens just sound gross, man. Ugh.
I get it. I like looking when I described it to Belisa, she's like, I never had a Reuben. What is that? And I was like, oh, it's like pastrami and sauerkraut and Thousand Island dressing. She was like, yeah, I'm good. And I was like, I get it. I don't think I would have liked it, but I did. Got that Paul Reuben sauce. Cherry. What is the best sandwich, do you think?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Ugh. I knew we would never get along.
Peanut butter and jelly is a classic, and it's scientifically proven to increase your life by like 20 to 30 minutes.
What? Like every time?
I'm not even bullshitting.
Or total?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me. I think it was like the University of Michigan. Hold on, University of
U of
Michigan.
M. Oh, Jimmy says chicken parm.
Health. Ooh, I like chicken parm too. Um,
But I think I would rather chicken parm just as a dish than a sandwich, though. Like, I would rather have meatballs on their own than a meatball sub.
I'm gonna see if I can find this real quick. Um, can a PB and J add minutes to your life? Hold on, where is it at? I found it was a like a legitimate. God damn it! I'm gonna find this.
Hope I know. I was just thinking the same thing, Jimmy. I was like, your AI answer says yes. Eat a chicken parm. Eat a peanut butter and jelly every single day, and you will never die. Well, you can't like Google anything without using AI. Like, I saw this TikTok actually. It
Yeah.
was like somebody like, "Hey, what was the score of the game today?" And it was like, and it cuts to like the other guy just being like, 31-14, and then he just opens a water bottle and just dumps it out on the ground. He's like, no, I don't want that AI. I don't want the AI. It's like he's like, no, stop doing the AI, and he's like, you can't, and he's just just dumping water as he's answering every question. I use
So
Bing and never get any answers. There you go. That's one way to do it. Ask Jeeves.
it was the University of Michigan, and it
Uh-huh.
I'm just trying to find because they had a full list of like list of foods. I'm gonna see if I can find it. There was a that doesn't help. There was basically they did a massive study about like all these different like types of foods. And they evaluated over almost 6,000 types of foods and their impact on our lifespans and environments. Um, it obviously does the study doesn't list every single food they tested. This is from Women's World, but they link to the actual article that was published by the University of Michigan. Apparently, a classic peanut butter and jelly sandwich will apparently give us an extra 33 minutes, but a hot dog subtracts 36.
Each time, or like over the course of your life?
It seems like every time.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I don't get sick a lot, and I ate so much peanut butter and jelly in school. I from first grade to high school, I ate one literally every day for lunch.
That's probably
Weekends.
why.
So I'm without any actual scientific research, I'm declaring that's why I am healthy
I will
because I eat
never
a fuck
die.
ton of peanut butter and jelly. You don't like peanut butter and jelly?
I'm somewhere between tolerable and lukewarm to peanut butter and jelly. I don't really like it. I will never choose it. I don't really dislike it, but I'm just not doesn't really do it for me. Oh, now
Good.
grape jelly, smooth or thick peanut butter.
Grape jelly and smooth.
I think I would like a strawberry jelly more than a grape jelly on a PB&J.
Oh, it's fine. Strawberry jelly's fine. It's not ideal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
I bet if you fancied it up a bit, I think a PB&J could be really good. I just am not like I don't really like anything on just like boring ass white bread. Like give me some kind
I
of
mean, you can,
artisanal bread and like some like
but you can get an artisanal bread. That's what's beautiful about peanut butter and jelly. It doesn't have to be on white bread. What are you racist? Only sticking with the white bread, Andrew?
no, I'm not sticking with the white bread. I hate white
White bread,
bread.
a Freudian slip.
Yeah. The right bread.
The Reich bread.
No, the Third Reich bread.
The
Jesus.
third bread.
No, give me like a brioche. If I did like a brioche with like some
Not a fan of hella chunky, but like the blackberry jam with on a brioche and peanut butter sounds really good.
yeah, oh, Jimmy and I are on the same wavelength. Brioche is just like is peak bread.
Brioche is great.
I've just been doing like I'll just get like these little brioche dinner rolls, cut them in half, just do like toast them, and just do like olive oil, salt, pepper, sometimes cheese if I'm feeling like extra spicy. But literally, it can just be like bread, olive oil, salt, and pepper, and I'll like just go nuts for it. It's so good. Or put it in the oven with some cheese, toast it up, a little bit of garlic, do a little garlic rub. Oh, eating is my favorite hobby. Same, Jimmy. Same. It's something we all got to do, so you might as well do it right. And by right, I mean
peanut butter and jelly is like I'm looking. I actually found the article, like an abstract of the article, and they have like a whole list of like they go into it in depth, but they don't list every food like you said. But like, basically, have it's frustrating because it's like I keep twisting my head sideways because the thing is like I have to rotate it to see it to read it better. Okay, actually, here we go.
Just have an AI give you a summary of the article.
I'm going to kill all of you.
Sorry, everyone. I got us all killed.
Sugar sweetened beverages apparently is less than like a hot dog. Like you lose less minutes on sugar sweetened beverages than egg and breakfast sandwiches is really bad for you. You lose 10 minutes for those.
Damn. Wait, so soda is worse than a hot dog or
better?
Oh, better for you. Okay, but
is sugar sweetened beverages. So it's also that would be probably depend on how much sugar is in the beverage.
Yeah.
But like peanut butter and jelly is way up there. On average, it's like 30 minutes, like it said. Also, just nuts and seeds. Like peanuts, like all those types of things.
Yeah.
Seafood's pretty good for you.
Yeah.
Blue eggs zone. Apparently, like eggs apparently are just on the negative side, which is surprising. Now, this has to be bullshit. Candy is in the positive.
How? It's just sugar.
I don't understand.
Is this written by Hershey's?
Seriously, like what the fuck is this?
I just saw Hershey's.
Fruits are up there. Fruits are up. That makes sense.
I'm sure, yeah. Fruits and veggies are probably number one. Well, fruits can have a lot of sugar.
Peanut butter and jelly is the number one that they have listed, mind you.
What?
That they have listed.
Oh, okay. Happiness adds years, and candy brings that. I can't argue with that, Jimmy. I just boof my hot dogs? Is that what's putting them up your butt? Is that what boofing is? I can only imagine that's what that is.
Take that, CIA.
Take that. And the Elvis, I didn't know that Elvis had bacon. I thought the Elvis was. I knew it was peanut butter and banana, which I do like that. Don't Google that. Safe search on. When I worked at Dairy Queen, before I became a manager and could get everything I wanted for free, we would get certain things for free, like toast. And one of the things I would do all the time was to make some toast. We had like good Texas toast, and I would use our peanut butter topping, and then I would cut up a banana for our banana splits, and I would do like peanut butter and banana toast. I didn't know bacon was part of the Elvis though. I've been missing out all this time. I bet that would be good though. I would try that. I like that more than a PB&J, I gotta say. Mash the banana and coat the bread like you would French toast. Pan fry that and do peanut butter and bacon on the inside. That sounds good. You know what my favorite peanut butter based thing is? I've never heard of this combination anywhere. It's nothing crazy, but I do this all the time, and it's like become one of my signature like foods. It's just a bagel, plain bagel, peanut butter, honey, and cinnamon. Specifically, the peanut butter, honey, and cinnamon together is like one of my favorite color? What am I saying? Flavor combinations of all time. It's so good.
The cinnamon ruins it for me. Peanut butter and honey, it's like I don't mind so much, but like the cinnamon always like it's so easy to overpower.
Oh, I love it. And I think I heard somewhere too, like ancient Egypt or maybe Greece would do like honey and cinnamon all the time, and it was supposed to be really good for you. Honey is actually the only food that never goes bad.
That I knew, yeah.
Yeah.
Or it takes an extremely long amount of time to go bad or something like that. I did hear it can go bad, but it's like you're talking like decades like over it. It's like an insane amount of time.
Yeah. Well, that and splooge? No, that's cum. What's the stuff the peaches that they eat in holes? Splooge.
And good night, everybody.
Here, I'll do it for you. Oh no! Wait, why did that take you out of the full screen?
Because I turned off my camera.
Oh, nice.
You didn't even see it. You're too busy distracted. I turned off my camera.
Well, no, I did the ending screen thing. So while that happened, what is this? What is the stuff for real? The peaches under the boat in holes. Spoiler alert for the end of Holes.
I don't remember.
I thought it was called splooge, but then I was also like, no, I think that's a euphemism for cum. I hope it wasn't called that in the book.
Name of drink in holes.
It was like preserved peaches, I think. Sploosh.
Sploosh.
That was it. Yeah, sploosh. Same difference. Basically the same thing. They're both full of protein.
And good night, everybody.
And good night. He's gone again. God damn it.
I gotta stop doing that. That's really obnoxious. I'm sorry.
And you're showing everyone that I only respond with the saluting emoji. That's my favorite emoji.
So apparently, if you want to make your own sploosh,
I do it every day.
According to wishesandwayfinding.com, you need 2 cans of sliced peaches, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, diced pears out of a fruit cocktail can, and then you put it into a blender and drink.
Huh.
So there you go.
And you
hide it. Sploosh.
You hide it under a boat in the desert for like 100 years. You know,
just enough time to ferment.
Yeah. Oh god, they're probably getting wasted off of that stuff.
Oh yeah, that shit was probably so alcoholic by that point.
When the conversation comes up of best movie adaptation of a book, Holes I don't think is brought up enough. That might be the one. That might be the best one.
I don't know enough off the top of my head to say for sure, but it's good from what I remember.
Yeah, I'd have to think about it, but I don't think I can think of one. I mean, Lord of the Rings is up there, but there's so much that they change. It's almost like a different...
But that's an adaptation still. That's a great adaptation still. Yeah, it has to be Lord of the Rings. Are you kidding me? It's the one that nailed the tone of the books.
I think Holes did too.
But Lord of the Rings doesn't have Shia LaBeouf, which automatically puts it a step higher.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Especially if your dreams are getting drunk and beating the shit out of people and women. Who are not people, apparently, according to what I just said. Jesus.
You're just letting your misogyny show in
I'm
this
just
episode.
Letting it out today. Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah. But, all right, I think I got to get going, dude. Yeah. I'm starting to crash.
It's okay. You've been crashing since we started, I think.
It's been a night. I will say getting me angry about AI woke me up a little bit, but like I'm still like not in a great headspace tonight. So hopefully this will be somewhat entertaining tonight. Hopefully I wasn't too off. But,
yeah, no, I think it was okay. A lot of good conversations. Got a lot of splooge to be had all around. Let's.
Good night, everybody. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna.
Good night, everybody.
Turn it off again.
Do the Animaniacs outro. All right, I'll send y'all guys over to Cinema Z, since that is who is the only person who I know who is streaming. Let's go. What's that from, everybody?
Have a great evening, everybody.
Yes, thank you, Josh, for your time, as always. Thank you, guys. Thank you, gals. Thank you, non-binary pals. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Go to therapy. Drink more water. Where did Josh go? Why does he always disappear whenever I
don't know why. I didn't do anything this time. It just turned off. That was weird.
It's weird. Like, I tabbed out to see who was streaming, and then every time I do, Discord's like, oh, so you want me to stop showing this person? And I'm like, no, I still want them here. Jesus! Anyway, cheers, Jimmy. My recommendation for tonight is drink splooge. And I don't mean cum. Watch the Mario movie, watch the Mall series, and follow Stephen Dungu. He's making some cool stuff. Have a good night. Tell Cinema Z I sent you. Tell him I said what up, and enjoy the rest of your night. Goodbye.